There's a secret village in the UK that's completely off limits to the public, except for just 3 times a year. We timed our visit perfectly so we could step inside and uncover the truth behind it. And what we found wasn't just unusual, it was unsettling. Because this isn't an abandoned village by choice, the residents were forced out. But the real question is, why?
We've just made it to the tiny car park of Warminster, and now it's time to catch that bus and go to Imber Village. Are you excited?
I'm really excited and I'm ready to learn new things because I don't know much about history, I have to be honest, especially UK history.
Well, you won't be the only one. Let's go.
Here is a brief backstory. Imber is located in a remote area of Wiltshire in England. This region is also where you can find Stonehenge. Nowadays, Imber Village is mainly used by the British Army for training. This is the reason why it's highly restricted, due to active military exercises. Imber dates back to at least the 10th century with a population of around 150 people before World War II. It had homes, a school, a pub, a manor house, and St. Giles Church, which still stands to this day. Why was it abandoned? World War II military requisition. In December 1943, the British Army evicted all residents to use Imber and the surrounding land for military training for US troops preparing for D-Day. The D-Day was the largest seaborne invasion in history, marking the beginning of the liberation of Western Europe from Nazi Germany. Locals were evacuated while being promised they could return after the war, but that never happened. So who owns it now? Today, this area is owned by the Ministry of Defense and they use it as a live fire training zone. The risk from unexploded equipment, frequent military operations means no one is allowed to live there permanently. When is it accessible? This village is only accessible to the public on a few specific days each year, typically around Easter, August, Christmas, and New Year's. Luckily, we are in August, so let's find out what this secret village holds.
We've just arrived to the Imber Village and it's way busier than what I initially thought.
After I saw the buses, I was like, right, this place is going to be so packed, and it genuinely is.
And speaking about the journey here, it was very interesting. A lot of empty land, and we got excited seeing the first tank, but then we just kept seeing tanks.
I realized there's more and more tanks,
it just became a normal thing, but anyways.
We got off the bus and we're straight onto the action in exploring the village in the UK that only opens 3 times a year. And straight away we've got our first building, which is... Bubs, what do we have there? Can you actually see anything?
It looks chaos. It looks all burned down. Let's remember that all these buildings right now, except one that's the church, that is the last building that we will see, are mock-ups for trainings. It's quite cold inside as well.
Can you put your hand in, or is that not allowed? I don't know. Imagine you put your hand and chop it off.
Oh my god, there's some writing on the walls. It's not English though, so I'm not too sure.
Really?
Yeah.
The best tip I can give you guys if you ever come here is to use your phone to look inside the building, because I promise you...
This is how well we see with the phone.
Wait.
What?
Can you actually... Okay, yeah.
And now, look with the camera.
It's not the camera, it's literally how you see IRL.
The cool thing and mystery about this town is that, firstly, not only it opens 3 days, but we are here today and the only place we can access is this main road. If you see on the entrances, there's tape, and if you cross that tape, we may be prosecuted, so we'd rather not test it out. I just can't imagine how the village looked in the past, because all of these are mock-ups, and it doesn't necessarily mean that it's replicating the original buildings. It's just for training purposes, really.
Shh. You can't be there. That's so cool. Yeah, that is quite a tough place. So they must have had quite a lot of money. So Max is the one that plans all these cool videos that we do, and neither him nor I had any idea that people come here to literally sit and photograph and take videos of buses. Every single bus that's passing, people are just snap, snap, snap. And personally, I think they're really cool because they seem to be bringing out all the old school buses that I've never seen in my life, World War II buses. So yeah, if you're into that, this is definitely a place to come to as well.
It's definitely a weird feeling walking by this village because in your head you know a bit of the history that people used to live here.
Wait, so what happened to the residents? Around 150 villagers were told to leave in 1943 with only 47 days' notice. Many believed that they would return, some even left belongings behind. In the decades following, residents and descendants campaigned to reclaim the village, but were repeatedly denied. The government argued the land was critical for post-war training needs. Some former residents are buried at St. Giles Church, even though they could never return to live there. This is the official sign welcoming us into the Imber village. And there are some things that we need to be very careful about. Danger of unexploded ordnance, do not touch. If we see one of these, that would be kind of cool.
Disused tank hulks are targets, not playgrounds.
Yeah,
Please do not enter any military. We won't be doing that, don't worry.
No.
Stick to the green routes, we'll definitely be doing that.
If we saw a tank in front of us and didn't see the sign, Max would 100% climb into it. I know him. Thank God we read the sign. It's crazy to see how there's a whole village built here, but there's no one living here. It's just lifeless. It looks really that eerie vibe that you get.
I mean, we can also say that thanks to this village and obviously the soldiers fighting in that war, you know, it's an important village in history that not many people know.
100%, and that's why it's so busy in these days that they open, but it's busy, but it's not as busy as it could be if people actually knew about this place, which is why we're bringing it to you guys, so you can come here and visit it for yourself.
The older generations definitely know about it because...
Yeah, I have to tell you guys a secret. We are like the youngest people here. And I'm not talking like children, obviously they come to parents. The youngest people that chose to come here by themselves. We kept walking down the village and the vibe was strange. Empty mock-up houses designed for military training and so many signs saying to not leave the carriageway, which makes it very restrictive, but it's still a very cool experience. Welcome to the high street of Imber village. It's really funny to see how there's 4 houses in the high street. Not what you'd see nowadays. By the way, what are your thoughts on what happened to the residents of Imber village? We'd love to read your comments. I just read a sign about the bylaws of the Imber village, and it basically says that all weapons can be used here, including from aircrafts and also demolitions of any buildings with or without explosives. That's insane.
Oh my god, we came to the other end of the town, which is where we were dropped off at the bus stop. Look how many people there are.
And you know where they're gonna go after? Stonehenge, because it's only 18 minutes away. That's where all the traffic is gonna be today. It's the worst day to be out here.
Over here we've got a bit of vintage vehicles that we're going to check out. Wow, boobs. Wow. Oh my god, I just realized this is the horn, so you squeeze it and it makes that sound. What sound do you think it'll make?
Beep beep.
That was terrible. One more time.
Beep beep.
And it only goes 12 miles per hour. Imagine if vehicles nowadays still went 12 miles per hour. And I know of a lot of people that were stressed out and would not have the patience to drive at that speed. We were going to visit the church, which is the last original building in this village. But look at the queue. All the way here. Wait, still going. Keeps going. Wow.
Look, there's a part of a tank that we're gonna get to see up close.
Wow.
Oh, in a military car as well. We've just learned from talking to one of the volunteers here that we can shoot a blank gun. I don't even know what to call that.
Artillery, and we're definitely going to try it out.
We already heard the bang and it was so scary. I jumped. Ah!
Apparently it's not as loud because it's obviously blank, it's not real powder. Yeah.
So if you have a little look through the sights, you ought to be able to see we're using the church flagpole as our datum point.
Yeah.
So using that and some maths and some maps and some trigonometry, we can work out where we're pointing and where we should be shooting. So you'd be given a set of gun data, you'd run that into the gun and get that all set up and ready to go.
Yeah.
Then you'd have a projectile, you'd be given a projectile type and then a charge, and on the command of load, it would be inserted into the gun and all ready to go. Then you would be given the standby order,
Yeah.
for which your hand goes onto the breech block, just a big silver billet. Right hand up on the silver bit there,
Yeah.
and then on the command of fire, you then take that hand, grab hold of that brass trigger there, and then pull downwards.
Okay. Ready?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fire.
Oh! It's so
And look,
cool.
there it comes out. Oh.
It's quite hot as well. Smells like sulfur.
Yes, we're currently using black powder. Originally they would have used cordite, so it wouldn't have stunk of like
Yeah.
Yeah.
rotten eggs.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So
Thank you
cool.
very much.
So much.
Thank
Did
you.
look
How did it feel?
so cool. I think because all the kids were going, I had an expectation it was going to be really hard to pull down the thing. I pulled it down instantly. It was pop. It was just so awesome, but it stank of sulfur rotten egg.
I feel like a bit of a kid in this playground. I used to love playing Call of Duty. This is obviously just me saying that I love the shooting
This
the guns.
is not
and-
the same as Call of Duty.
We know it's not the same, but they've got so... Oh, whoops, guns. We are not finished. We are not finished. Are they real?
Yes, oh yes.
Oh wow, it's quite heavy as well.
They are real, they are deactivated.
Can I do the motion of taking it out or not?
Yeah, you take it out, but they don't actually... You push the button there,
Oh, okay.
that comes out.
Oh,
It's
wow.
a 9mm. Yeah,
And then to put it in, I
yeah,
just
just push it in.
slot it in.
Yeah, just like that.
Okay. So it will be, oh, change it back.
Yeah.
Ready?
What they do, see, they would fire that, yeah, discharge the magazine, let that fall on the floor, take another one out of a pack, the
pocket,
stick it in.
Wow.
Wow,
That's a
so
really big
cool.
magazine, isn't it?
Wow. I'm in love. I'm in love.
Wow,
Yes.
that's huge.
Wow. So you've got the tripod there.
Oh yeah, it's under here.
And then you probably...
Look at the gas masks. Oh my god. Guys, you won't believe what I just heard. This old lady, I'm not trying to be rude, but old lady, she said to the person she was with, "Do you remember these?" Pointing to the gas mask. And he's like, "No, I don't." And he was like, I would have said her age. And then she goes, "Oh, you're too young to remember them anyway." It just made me feel like so young.
If he's too young, what are we?
Yeah.
Do you see anything
On my
through the
tippy
target?
toes. Yeah, I see everything.
Let's see what you see with the target.
I would go for in between
Let's see.
those two cars.
Oh wow, this is such a cool shot, boobs. Look.
Oh my, actually, it's like
Guys, we're making you part of this as well. We originally came to to see the church, which is the last original building in this village. We had a lot of playtime, which was insane, but yeah, this is the church.
this experience and place was so unique. And if this is your first time watching our channel, this is what we do. We do cool things, we do unique and lesser known places so that you guys can find out about them.
This is probably nothing compared to what we are about to upload next week.
So make sure you subscribe if you want to see that.
Boom!
Where's the whoa, whoa, whoa,
Boom!
whoa? Oh, the whoa, whoa, whoa.